enjoying taking some photos of nature and capturing in the frame of your camera something that really tells a story. This week, we're going to get into your new art kit. The sticker on it said calendar art, and you'll find in this kit a calendar from Mark Kelley, a new pen, and an instruction sheet. I wonder which calendar you got, whether you got the Alaska calendar or the Juneau calendar. Here's Mark Kelley again telling us some of the stories behind a few pictures in each of these calendars. Let's hear his stories, and then you can pause the video and take a moment to look through your calendar. Can you tell us the story behind some of the pictures in our calendars?
Okay. So the cover of Juneau calendar is, of course, the cruise ships docked in the sunset.
Oh, look at all the lights.
And this full moon over the Chilcats, taken from the highway out the road. And this is my son Owen, backside of Troy, and then ice skating out to the glacier. And, this was going to the ice caves a couple years ago. But this is a brown bear and then a raven, and they started walking towards each other. You can see the little raven's foot up, taking the next step, and they just stood there looking at each other. I'm just wondering what stories they were telling each other. And this is a fun picture. I was out and I was trying to shoot bubble net feeding. This is where a bunch of whales come up and with their mouths open and scoop up a bunch of fish. What I didn't realize is I was going to get a picture looking down at the whale's mouth. And this is a tongue of a whale, and it's black. The tongue can weigh up to 2 tons. Have you ever heard of tongue twisters? So 2-ton tongue. And then
that's at Sandy
Beach.
Great.
And the Northern Lights overlooking down Sandy Beach.
I wonder how many kids have seen the Northern Lights.
I wonder how many have.
You have to stay up late, don't you?
You do. Probably not good for a kid who has to go to school in the morning.
True.
So in the Alaska calendar, we got some of my favorites. The baby seal is looking at us as we're passing the boat, and then there's a perfect reflection in the water.
Wow.
And then another good one in here is this one down at Annan Creek. And this was an amazing moment where there were 2 cubs in the trees. The mother puts the cubs up in the tree when she's fishing, and then some eagles came to hang out with them. I've never seen anything like that before. Another one, here's a puffin. This is a horn puffin because they got this horn over their eye. And you can see these things not really around Juneau, but in Glacier Bay, if you've ever been to Glacier Bay. This was taken out of the Pribilos in the middle of the Arctic Ocean. And they have these colorful beaks. And in the winter, when they're not in breeding plumage like this, they're all brown. Immediately, their beak's brown, their white goes away, everything goes away. And you wouldn't even know they were a puffin. So that's in the Alaska calendar. And the cover of the Alaska calendar is the glacier, Marjorie Glacier in Glacier Bay.
What do you see in your calendar? What do you think about what you see? And what do you wonder? Take a moment to do a see, think, and wonder with your own calendar.
And there's just a lot of fun pictures in here. Welcome to play with these, cut them up, draw pictures, or just save them, and you can illustrate each little block, date block, or do whatever. Just have fun with it.
Thank you, Mark.
You're welcome.
We're going to do some drawing into our calendars. Let's get out some drawing materials, pencil, colored pencil, and some pens. You need to use permanent pens on this glossy surface of a calendar. So that's why Sharpies and the pen that you got in your art kit will be really helpful. Now, one idea that the calendars can inspire us for drawing is to pull out our sketchbooks and do some drawing from observation using the photos. Mark was able to take this with that giant lens of his and look at the detail. Don't forget to use the drawing cycle. Observe, plan, practice, and draw. Another drawing idea would be to illustrate your week by drawing into the little boxes that we have for each day of the week. Now we're in the month of March. Sunday I went skiing. I'm going to use a pencil first, even though it doesn't show up very well in my blocks. And I'm going to just do a simple sketch with my pencil, and then I'll go over the top of it with this pen. So here's the ski hill. The sun came out partway through the day, so I'm going to put the sun. And then here's my ski tracks coming down the hill. I'm going to go over that in pen with my new pen. Now be careful as you draw, because at first it can smudge, but a few seconds later it'll be dry and won't smudge anymore. I'm going to go right up to the edges of that square with some of my lines. And Monday was the day that I went to visit Mark Kelley in his office, and I got to see that really cool giant camera. So I think I'll draw a picture of that camera to remind me of that day. And Tuesday, I felt confused, so I think I'm going to draw just some texture and line that make me think confused, like a whole bunch of spirals. So you can just fill your box with textures or lines. Today is Wednesday, and I'm planning on taking my dog for a run. You can use other permanent markers that have different thicknesses. We call it weight. I think I'll do the outline of my dog with this Sharpie. If you have one at your house, you can try that. For some of your drawings, make some of the lines thicker and some of the lines thinner. Lighter weight lines and heavier weight lines. You can even use your colored pencils to color these in. You might have a lot of fun drawing right into Mark Kelley's photographs. Maybe there's a person peeking their head up from behind here, just watching and listening to see what the animals are going to do. That's kind of fun to think about. And maybe there's fish jumping. Maybe that is what the animals are talking about, so we can draw some fish back here. I noticed that using my colored pencils to add some color kind of helped it fit in a little better, so you couldn't see the photo right through the drawing. Guneshish artists, thank you for watching this video and being creative with me again this week. Remember, the point of you having these wonderful calendars is for you to be able to make some art, be inspired by them, work right into them, draw on them. I wonder which of the drawing ideas you're going to try, maybe all of them, and come up with some of your own. Next week, we'll continue with the calendar art with some new ideas. So I'll see you next time.